Good afternoon, Just. So, yesterday I was talking about ways in which you can protect your business, and I wanted to carry on with the theme because it just seems at the moment that the news is all about the current economic climate. It's all about the impact the mini budget has had. It's all about the crashing pound. And like I said, I'm not an economic expert. I don't hold myself out to be. However, ultimately, for a lot of people, what is currently happening can appear incredibly scary. Even when I just went out for to do the food shop last week, and I was genuinely shocked in terms of the price increases. So everything had gone up by 20 or 30 pence, which actually, if you then add that up across all of the items that you purchase from your trolley or your shopping basket, that is a heck of a massive increase. And I understand that, we're coming into winter, energy prices, all of that, the cost of fuel, all of it as a combined impact is making people feel incredibly nervous. And I can understand that feeling. However, what I do want to do is I want to just share some thoughts with you, because I am a firm believer that, and I said this yesterday, that in difficult economic times or in a recession, that there are opportunities, and a lot of millionaires become millionaires as a result of seeing opportunity. Now, that isn't about being down on somebody's luck or kind of taking advantage of somebody being down on their luck. It is about being business savvy, and ultimately, this is what it is all about right now. In terms of you can't ignore what is going on, but what you can do is put a plan into place to ensure that you protect your business. And I would love to hear, in terms of your comments, as terms of whether you are listening to what's going on, or are you just ignoring it and plodding on in the same way. Now, in some ways, yes, it's great that you're plodding on and just kind of pushing through, but that doesn't mean that you can ignore what's happening, because you need to be putting measures into place to protect your business, right? Now, it's going to have a knock-on effect, because there are going to be certain industries that are going to be particularly impacted. For example, at the moment, the mortgages, the lenders are reducing the amount of mortgages that are available. That makes it, they're trying to slow the property market. That will inevitably slow the property market down. That isn't necessarily a bad thing, because ultimately what it hopefully will enable is, in time, once the mortgages come back again, that people like first-time buyers, because property prices have dropped, they're saying it's something like, they're expecting it to drop by something like 15%. 15% of the value of your property is a big amount of money for it to change, and hopefully that will enable people like first-time buyers to be able to actually get on the market, because they will, the property prices will be more within, hopefully more within their reach. But that can obviously have a knock-on effect in terms of whether businesses are flourishing, whether they then have to make redundancies, and of course it can all spiral, right? So this is where businesses really need to be prepared and to have a recession-proof plan, right? And I firmly believe that there are a number of things that you can do to keep protecting your business going forward, right? One, I would say, is knowing what all of your costs are. And I talked briefly about this yesterday in terms of being able to track the increase in terms of the expenses coming out of your business. And you need to be able to know that. You need to know exactly the numbers in terms of the amount of money that your business is spending. And then what you need to do is do a review of those expenses and see if there are any areas in which you can improve the efficiency of the business and the profitability by trimming back. Often I see when I'm doing business reviews is businesses are spending things on software that they don't even use anymore, or subscriptions that they're not even reading. Be actually truthful with yourself in terms of what you need in your business. Now, one of the key things that I will say to you, and this is usually the first thing that gets cut when people are or businesses are trying to save money. Do not cut your marketing budget. What you can do, and I would advise that you should do, is review what is working within your marketing budget. Review your marketing plan if you have one. Review your marketing strategy. What's working, what's not. Change what is not working. This is really an ideal opportunity for you guys to really sit and look at your business and look at ways in which you can improve it. And it is such an important time that you do this step. So in terms of review what your outgoings are is number one. 2, review in terms of your marketing, what's working, what's not, trim back what isn't working and try different things. You can do marketing on quite a tighter budget, especially now you've got things like social media available, and have a look at what is working and what is not, right? They're just two tips. Have a look in terms of the efficiency of, for example, your staff, right? Could you, for example, reduce, and I know this apparently has improved, there's been a pilot where people have been looking at whether a 4-day working week actually makes people more efficient. Could you then drop it down to a 4-day working week? What impact would that potentially have on your staff? Because that's the other thing you've got to bear in mind in terms of if you're dropping it, the impact if you decide to potentially, reduce the wages in correlation to doing 4 days a week. That will have a massive knock-on effect. Excuse me 1 second, because I was sneeze. Excuse me. Look at where you can, as sad as it is, look at the staff. Do you need all of the staff that you've got? Is there a way in which you can condense that staff down to essentials? And yes, it sounds quite harsh in terms of you don't want to be making people redundant when people are struggling financially. However, unfortunately, the way you've got to look at your business is not a charity. You have to put the needs of your business first to be able to get through in terms of survival. Have a look at what technology that you're using. Is the technology that you're using really actually making your business run efficiently, or are you wasting money on tech that actually is not truly benefiting your business? That's just literally just some of the tips I would say that will help make sure that you are recession proof. I will keep going through this week. We're doing more hints and tips. Now, if you would be potentially interested in me coming in and having a look at your business and how in which your business could be improved and to be recession proof, then I am at the moment offering a promotion regarding the business review. I have extended it and I'm going to extend it until the end of October, but that does mean that people have to be booked in and actually have had their business review by the end of October, right? And the promotion is this. My half-day business review, which is literally looking at every aspect of your business, including even speaking to members of your staff, normally would normally cost you £500. I am doing it at a 50% discount at £249. But not only that, if you then decide you want me to help you implement the pieces of advice I have given you, then you will get that fee deducted off your first invoice in terms of the coaching program, right? If you are a larger business, and I'm talking generally members of staff of 5+, then I would say it is better to go for the full day business review because there's a lot to get through in a short period of time. And that, again, I'm still running the 50% promotion. Normally that's 1,000, that's reduced down to 499. it is an absolute bargain. And again, the same principle applies. You will get that deducted off your first invoice if you decide to use me. There is absolutely no obligation to have me come on as a business consultant. However, I do believe that this business review can potentially really flag up things that you can change to make your business recession proof. So if you're interested in booking in the business review, please just put in the comments business review or DM me, whichever you feel more comfortable, because I genuinely believe that right now it is so important to make sure that your business is as strong and stable as possible to be able to get through what could be quite a turbulent few months, if not 6 months to a year. It could be longer, who knows? We know, you look back at when the recession hit 2008, 2009. So it's not about doom and gloom. It is about seeing opportunity, but let's put your business in the best possible position so that you can thrive, not just survive. And thank you very much for listening, guys. And I look forward to seeing you very soon.